Hello good people of the internet, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who haven't been here before, hi, my name is Alma and I hope that you stick around. Whenever I do a makeup look on whether it's myself or a client, my mission is always to make the skin touchable. What I mean about that is I want the skin looking as natural as possible, even if it's all glammed up, and that you're able to touch your skin while you have makeup on. So today I thought I'd show you how I achieve exactly that by an easy step-by-step tutorial. Now that we're in the midst of Christmas and Christmas parties and Christmas gatherings, you want to be able to hug your grandma, right? Without your face being left on her face. Poor lady. There are a lot of ways leading to Rome, meaning that there are a lot of techniques out there and everybody has their own routine, but this is my easy step-by-step tutorial on how to achieve this touchable skin. So if you want to know how to do exactly that, then please keep on watching. The very first thing I'm gonna do is to hydrate a bit because I have been sick for the past week, so it's important to keep yourself hydrated then. Before I go in on a clean face with this combo of a primer duo, which consists of the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base, I start off with this because this nourishes the skin and also give a lot of good moisture that we need in these winter times. Before moving on to the next primer, I'm just going to hydrate a little bit more, but the next primer is the Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Primer. I've talked about this primer in the two previous videos that I've done, and I absolutely love this primer. I always use it as a seal if I use multiple primers. I also make sure to go under my eyes and on my eyelids with this primer. For foundation, I make a little concoction of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation and the Skin Forever Skin Glow by Dior. This is because the Fenty Beauty Foundation alone is a little bit too drying for me, so I need some help from the Dior foundation. And the way I apply this is I use a damp beauty sponge. Here you can see me wrenching out the rest of the water in the paper towel, and then I pat this into the skin. I like this way of applying foundation because I feel like this is what helps to achieve the touchable skin. And in case you haven't already guessed it, this is my favorite way of applying foundation, and this goes for myself and for clients. And of course, also very important to get the neck. Moving on to concealer, I'm using the Magic Touch Concealer by Anastasia. This is because it's a full coverage concealer and it doesn't dry out my skin. And since this is supposed to be a more Christmas glammed up look, we want a little more full coverage, but we still want that touchable skin. And surprise, surprise, the way I apply it is with a damp beauty sponge. Here I also demonstrate that I'm patting it into the skin and not dragging it. Since this is supposed to be a more glammed up Christmas party appropriate look, I want to do some cream contour, and this is the Cheeks Out Cream Bronzer by Fenty Beauty again. And the way I apply this is I use a brush to apply it where I want to contour, and then I blend it out with a beauty sponge. To set all the cream products, I'm going in with the Pro Filter Setting Powder in Butter by Fenty Beauty. And of course, applying that with a beauty sponge. This really works the product into the skin and let's us achieve that touchable skin and natural skin that we want. And because I have those forehead lines, I always lift up my forehead before I set it with some powder. And this helps, at least for me, not for it to crease. And I know what you're probably thinking right now, Alma, another powder? Didn't you say that you were dry? Well, yes, I am, but there is a method to the madness, so please just be patient. Anyways, I go in with this KVD powder foundation just to even everything a little more out and have a little more coverage. Now see, touchable skin. Yeah, and it's also very hot in front of these lights, but touchable skin. And since we've covered the cream bronzer with all of that powder, I'm gonna go in with the powder bronzer by Anastasia in the shade Saddle, just to give some warmth back to the face and also a little more dimension. And now for my not so very secret trick, I set what I like to call layer number 1 with some MAC Fix Plus setting spray. And when that is almost completely dry, I go in with this liquid kilowatt highlighter by Fenty, and this is in number 2 vintage velour. I apply that to a little dollop on the back of my hand, and I apply that again with a damp beauty sponge on the high points of my cheek, wherever you want to highlight and have that, glow from within dewy look. I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but I'm going to mention it again. What I love about these products is that when they have set, they sit. And the same goes for this liquid highlighter as well. And it helps us achieve this touchable skin feel that we want. Then I go off camera a small sec to do my brows and eyeshadow, since that is not in focus in this video, before I move on to a little bit more highlighter. This is the Makeup Academy Shimmer Highlight Powder, and I also apply this with a damp beauty sponge. And of course, we cannot forget the blush. So this is the Cheeks Out Cream Blush by Fenty Beauty that I apply with a brush this time. And what I love about this product is that you can use it on top of powder without it ruining what's underneath. And once again, when it has set, it does sit. And that, my friends, concludes the second layer that I like to seal in with the Dewy Set Finishing Spray by Anastasia. And while that is actually drying, I am just putting on the finishing touches, such as applying some mascara. And if you haven't learned by now, I always find an opportunity to put on some lashes. And I also apply some lip liner and some lip gloss. And there we have it. Touchable skin is achieved. And when that is now completely dry, you get to touch your face, you get to hug your grandma, you get to party it up without worrying the face sitting left on everybody else. Now, if you made it this far into the video, then thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and until next time, goodbye. Now cue self-indulgence.